Today it's my very great pleasure to honour and to celebrate the life of JK Rowling, who was born on this day. And thank goodness that she was born into this planet, in this country, into this life, because she has had a significant effect on an entire generation that at a time when it seemed that they may have been losing the will to live, let alone the desire to read, um, millions and millions of children around the world spent hours and hours in their bedrooms enthralled by the discovery of the world of Harry Potter, of Harry Potter, and reinvigorated about the sense of magic and mystery that abounds in this world. The sense of possibility through great characters, she was able to provide humour and excitement and a great opening up to the world for many, many people. And it wasn't just young people, of course. The work of Harry Potter has charmed entire families, and so many of us will have sat with children, with parents, with extended family to sit and enjoy the incredible films that were produced. I wonder how many car rides have been narrated by Stephen Fry and the brilliant talking versions of these books. Ultimately, it's very difficult to picture the world today without Harry Potter. Whole industries have grown up around the phenomenon that is Harry Potter. And JK Rowling Rowling, has undoubtedly become a venerated figure for many, many people. And although I haven't read the Harry Potter books myself, although my children have, and I have seen all of the films and enjoyed them, my particular admiration for her is founded in her willingness to speak out about what she sees as right and true, regardless of how that may be viewed. And she has been slandered. You know, people have attempted to cancel her. This is a phenomenon that only exists in the world of social media, but effectively trying to send her to Coventry, to silence her, to prevent her from participating in public discourse, which I think is just appalling in a civilization that has been founded upon the ideas of free speech. Everyone should be able to have an opinion. And clearly this woman is anything but shallow. She is clearly a very deep thinker. I mean, her story, it's just remarkable to think of this woman working in a cafe, single mother, young child or children, accepting welfare benefits at that time, going on to become this immensely wealthy woman with incredible power in the sense of influence and the doors and the opportunities that must have got open to her. I think the thumbnail for this video was taken from a reading that she was giving at the White House, or at least in the company of the President of the United States. So it shows how someone, I suppose in a way it's another rags to riches story that gives people a sense of what's possible if we really connect to our genius, if we really have belief and follow our creative intuition to its end. And the work that she created, there was at least 7 original books, I believe, all of them thick like that, filled with characters and descriptions. I mean, as someone who's written books, I take my hat off to such an incredible feat. But coming back to the admiration that I have for her personally, her willingness to stick her neck on the line and speak truth in the face of great condemnation, at the risk of upsetting her audience, at the risk of upsetting all kinds of people, she has adamantly insisted that there is a place for women's spaces in this world, that there is such a thing as a woman that is separate from a man. Women fought for a very long time to carve a place for themselves, places for themselves where they could be protected from the influence of men. And now many of those women's spaces are under threat. And her willingness to say as such. And it's funny because I've looked at the statements that were apparently so inflammatory, and it's really clear that she says, I understand that people are different. I understand that people have different sexual preferences and predilections and ideas about how they identify. But these should never take precedence over the biological reality of what it is to be a woman. And the fact that such a thing as a woman exists, by definition, it is an adult human female. Someone who bleeds. Someone with a womb that can bring life. We all have mothers. We all exist on this planet thanks to the willingness and the capacity for women to bear children, to nurse those children. Not all of us can be thankful for a wonderful mother, although many of us can. There's an incredible spirit of feminine care and love that has allowed this world to be what it has been for so many humans. So her willingness to speak out and defend that is something I respect greatly. And so not only for her creativity, not only for her having lit this appreciation for magic and mystery in the world, but also for her willingness and her courage to risk everything, or at least to risk her public profile in order to speak truth. So a moment of gratitude, giving thanks for the life and the presence of JK Rowling.